The machines have been there, and the machines are capable of fabricating all kinds of spare parts that this country needs, and not only there, but various of your places, the machines can fabricate and make spare parts of all kinds, hata ya kutengeneza ndege. Lakini mko hapo mnasiangalia tu. Jameni, hata ng'ombe unaangalianga ng'ombe sura au unaangalia maziwa ile ng'ombe natoa? Si hata ng'ombe kama itoe maziwa unapata iko hapo tu imenona namna hii, lakini hakuna maziwa, utafanya nini? Si utauza, utapeleka kijinjio? Sasa what do you want us to do with these machines? Because seriously, we should have production centers. When we had COVID, the principal was in Karoga. Who was that? You see here, I think it was Wasire. Wasire, it was you. You came up with an innovation. Yes, masks. And you also came up with ikitu ya maji and the sanitizer. Innovation, research. You have said about national polytechnics, which are going to have programs like universities. What kind of research, what kind of innovation are we getting from those institutions? You know, people, if you have read a little bit of people who have done great innovations, were they professors or what were they? What were they? This guy who discovered, known as Thomas who? One, when he went to school, the teacher told him, no, this one is intellectually disabled. No, he cannot interact with other children. The disability might spread. But the mother told him, no, my son, you are the very best. You are the very best. And they decided to believe on the mother, not the teacher. And all those who were being told that they were the best in his class never invented anything. But this guy, who was actually described as intellectually disabled, is the one who came up with the best discoveries and the inventions that the world has ever had. So don't say that the discoveries and the innovations have to be done in the universities by professors. Mwangi, why do you underrate yourself? At the only thing you can invent in mtoto. Kweli hakuna kitu kingine wewe utaweza fikiria? Hao namna gani? So we have to do a little bit more. You know, when I went the other day, we had a function in Weston. Sometimes these prepared speeches which you have not read can embarrass you. So as I'm going through the speech, I say we have done very well. We exported spare parts to China worth 10 million Kenya shillings. Was that worth reading? That China is importing all the things here. We, with all this, the only spare parts we are able to export to China is what? Sasa kweli, hii kichwa iko namna gani? Iko nini ndani hapa? We have the ability, we have the capacity and the capability like those other people. We should be able to do more and save the much needed foreign exchange. So kindly let us do more on that and the production centers in your areas. The chairman, you have mentioned about the courses. You know, some of you, because when you come, when we meet, you see me asking, percentage of technical, I found answered that. One told me, oh, it is 50-50. Another one told me 40-60. And I said, we should be able to have 80-20, or in the very minimum, 75-25, because we require STEM, and that's why we are starting, under instructions again, STEM courses, right from primary, secondary, because you cannot have them when you are up here. We have to start from unaanza mtu ukitaka kupanda ni kutoka chini. So we have not opposed. We have not opposed business courses. What we are saying is that a greater percentage of courses have to be technical, because some of you were giving me a justification. And you know, you do not know that you are dealing with a man who is speaking so many things as we interact. Kaniambia, you know, as we get capitation, it is easier. Business courses support technical courses, so that is why you see the tendency of us sometimes being tempted to increase the numbers in the business, so that it's easier to deal with than technical. Yes, we are saying, like ICT is very critical, because technical without ICT in the 21st century, again, you will be overtaken. Analog is becoming a problem. So, ICT, very critical. And we are also saying entrepreneurial skills. Why entrepreneurial skills? Because they are men and women, rather than being job seekers, they can be job creators. And we want the people who can be able to create the jobs. And once they have that knowledge, the opportunities in primary schools, the money from CDF, even now the money that we are getting from World Bank to want to build the laboratories in the junior secondary schools, the money will be everywhere. So once one has the technical skills, get the courage and say, yes, yes, I can do it. And you start, and you will be awarded a contract. From there, rather than being just an employee, you become an employer. So I wanted to clarify on that, because I think there was quite a little bit of misunderstanding on that. Finally, Chairman, you have said about capitation is something that I'm aware of, and we are engaging on that. I know we have a program in Tibet, and we have a program in universities also. Same discussion that we had also in Naivasha. So as time goes on, I'm sure that we should be able to get a solution to this particular problem. We have institutions which are not complete PS. You gave me the list, and I think we were able to put up a case with National Treasury. I cannot remember the number, the PS knows better, but I remember the figure, requiring about 346 million, and hope-free in supplementary one, we should be able to get that money so that we give it to you to complete the incomplete institutions. We have done a letter to members of parliament, because His Excellency the President and the Kenya Kwanza administration, part of our agenda is that we have to build a TVET institution in each and every constituency. So there are 52 constituencies which don't have one, and we will also be doing them in phases. The amount of money that we get this coming financial year, and then after that, depending on the constituencies which would have responded earlier to the criteria that we have set, one with 10 acres of land minimum, one that has pumped in 10 million of CDF, etc., so that as we move on, we will be able to make sure that each and every constituency has one. Finally, my parting shot, my take home, the Wood people. My take home is this: please, let us work with all commitment. Let us work with all commitment. Let us work with passion. Let us set targets. Among performance contracting peers that you set with the principals, I think we are clear because we have had a discussion with you, and you know what we are looking at. And I know the 3 months, because we had this month of exams, we had junior secondary school, and so many other